You know, AOC seems to think that anyone who criticizes Biden is privileged. I didn't know that 12 million Syrians who are starving under sanctions are privileged. Biden's stealing Syria's oil like a pirate. That's privilege. Bombing Syria, that's privilege. Those are literally Donald Trump policies. Why don't you ask Julian Assange how privileged he feels that Biden is continuing to persecute journalists? Why don't you ask Afghans how they feel that Biden won't leave their country? Are they privileged? I mean, these politicians are literally starving their own, they're starving others, they're killing, they're bombing. And then they have the fucking nerve to say that our critiques are privileged. You want to talk about black and brown people and then defend a man who spent his entire career jailing and bombing black and brown people? You know, AOC got elected to play hardball with Democrats, not to kiss their asses. She should be fucking roasting Biden for what he's doing at the border, reopening the places that she called concentration camps. She should be roasting Biden for lying about the $2,000 checks. She's one of the most popular politicians in the United States. That is privilege. She should be unloading on every Democrat for their corruption. Instead, what does she do? She goes and votes to re-elect Pelosi. She votes to give you crumbs in December and March. She refuses to force the vote on Medicare for all, and she lies about it for the minimum wage. AOC has not said a word about Biden bombing my country, bombing Syria. She threw Assange under the bus in that other interview. The squad at this point, they're just a branding exercise to insulate Democrats from criticism. That's what it's about. Democrats' diversity, that's their first line of defense from criticism as they continue policies that actually hurt people of color and minorities. So maybe you tolerate that because you don't have family in Syria, or you don't care that Assange is locked up in London, or you don't care about people in Afghanistan, Yemen, Iran, but I fucking do, okay? AOC, she's explicitly telling you that if you open your mouth about Biden, you're not only privileged, you're also a bad faith actor. I mean, think of what that means. That's borderline cultish, that anyone who criticizes the wonderful president is ill-intentioned. Can you imagine if a Republican said that shit? So no, I do not think that Joe Biden is different from Trump. Biden built the system that gave you Trump. He's actively keeping 99% of Trump's policies in place. But of course, the Democrats and the media, they're not going to tell you that. He's Trump with a nicer mask. And if this is the so-called left wing of the Democratic Party and they're carrying water for this fucking ghoul, well, no wonder we're screwed.